is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Really good Friday, and it's very good to see you, gentlemen. It was a big night last night. I know a lot of you were watching. We're starting today with the last night's primetime January 6th hearing. So if you didn't watch, let me just unpack it for you a little. It just focused on former President Trump and what he did or did not do during the 187 minutes, that's like 3 hours plus, when his supporters were storming the castle. We heard testimony that for 3 hours, Trump refused to publicly condemn the insurrection as he sat in a White House dining room watching the events unfold on Fox News. Although he did tweet this, condemning former VP Mike Pence for not, quote, having the courage to overturn the election, an action that was described last night as, quote, pouring gasoline on the fire of the rioters that day. For the first time, we also saw the outtakes, which I personally was waiting for, knowing they'd been archived, of Trump's January 7th speech. Remember this one? Take a look at the outtakes.
This election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. Yesterday is a hard word for me.
Just take it out. The heinous attack.
Good. Take the word yesterday, because it doesn't work with the heinous attack.
So the main takeaway for me on that was the election. I can't say the election was still stolen. It was not stolen. In response, Trump posted this on social media platform saying, "I had an election rigged and stolen from me and our country. The USA is going to hell. Am I supposed to be happy?" What did you all think of last night's hearing and some of these new details, starting with what Trump sort of did or didn't do, Al, after so many people, his lawyer, his daughter, his son-in-law saying, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, do something. You're ruining your legacy. Do something.
But, I mean, he did. This is over. And this is what happens when you run out of nothing, Jeff. He has taken this lie and extended it out as far as it can go. He, for a long time, had galvanized a large amount of people in this country that did some things that some of them are now sitting in jail watching DBL because of what happened. But now we're at the end. We're at the end of this, and hopefully they are watching DBL.
I know.
They are. We're a good show.
Yeah.
So, you know, honestly, Jeff, I really followed these hearings closely, and I didn't realize how many people were full on committed that this had been stolen. I thought it was so obvious, but to many it wasn't. And I really feel sorry for them, and I feel like the person in power has to pay some kind of penalty. I don't want to see a former president go to jail with bars, but something has to be done because inaction is also criminal, as we learned in Uvalde.
Right, exactly. I think this whole thing is going to end up being that he is guilty and cannot run for president in 2024. I think that's what this is all about. To be perfectly honest with you, not to downplay what happened that day at all, but I think that's the end goal of these hearings. I don't think he's going to see prison time. We could talk to Mark Eiglarsh, who's our kind of resident lawyer here, and kind of get his opinion on another day. But that's what I think it's all about. But I want to hear from you, Tori, because you really follow this closely. You do tutorials on it. So I really want to hear from you.
Well, it was just interesting to me that, like, they asked Liz Cheney, asked Pat Cipollone, Trump's lawyer, and said, anyone on the staff believed the election was stolen at that point. And this is during the time, 2/24, right, during the riots. And he said no. And then she said, anyone? And he said, just the president. So actually no one at that point believed the lie that he's still trying to do after police officers have been knocked unconscious. To me, it's all a con. It's just all a con, and he won't let it go. And what we saw from the committee yesterday was that he said with Bannon, if I lose, I'm going to do this whole thing. It was all predetermined to me, all coordinated. This really was hard to hear, too. We also heard radio traffic from former Vice President Mike Pence's Secret Service detail. This shows you just how close they came to encountering the dangerous mob that day while trying to evacuate. This took my breath away. Look at this.
We got smoke downstairs set by unknown smoke set downstairs by the protesters.
Is that route compromised?
We have this insecure. However, we will bypass some protesters that are being contained. There is smoke, unknown what kind of smoke it is. Copy.
Clear, we're coming out now. All right, make a way.
So they're about 40 feet from them, the rioters. Also testimony that this got me. Members of the Secret Service detail, that one you just saw, were afraid for their own lives. Take a look at this.
Like, we didn't have visibility, but it doesn't. If they're screaming and saying things like say goodbye to the family, like the floor needs to know this is going to on a whole nother level soon.
So we never knew this. We never heard this traffic before. Apparently, they said only in the notes. Secret Service doesn't sound good. Liz Cheney said, what does that mean? And this person who is remaining anonymous for protection said they were calling their families and saying goodbye, and it was very, very disturbing. What'd you make of that?
I don't know where to take this because in the back of my head, I have the Uvalde police, right? And I'm like, maybe I watched too many movies, but what happened to those hero guys? Like, you think of Secret Service and you're like, man, those guys are going to take a bullet for the president. That's their job. And then them panicking in this moment and calling their families. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm thinking. You see where I'm going? I'm like, what happened to these heroes that put on a badge and these heroes that are there to protect the president, taking away from Trump and the whole situation? And now we're getting these phone calls or seeing their inaction. It's like,
well, I think that, I think, Jeff, you have it almost kind of like half right. I think that they were probably in their heads getting ready to be heroes. It kind of reminds me a lot of Flight 93 when people were calling their families like, hey, we're going to have to take this plane over and we know what's going to go down. But there was
also people like, hey, let's roll. Remember that famous line? Like, they're stepping into the action.
Exactly, and I think that the Secret Service, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Right, me too. I don't want to bash them. That's why I'm kind of hesitant.
You're not at all. We're talking about people making life and death decisions, which we here in this comfortably air-conditioned studio, we're just talking at this point. Like, this is real life. And if you know that, like, you and I are probably going to have to shoot our way out of the front, and one of us or both of us is not going to, and it's time to call Jordan, it's time for me to call Abrian, Elijah, and Ford, those are probably the phone calls you have to make. And I think, fortunately, we didn't see those people killed, but don't forget, we saw Gabby Giffords shot, at a campaign stop where there was a target placed over over her face, I believe.
Yeah.
So we just saw Shinzo Abe killed in Japan. Politicians are killed. There's violence along with government, and I think these people are well aware. Presidents have been shot in our lifetime.
Aren't those crucial seconds? Again, this is so weird that I
think what you're not hearing.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's a fair question.
I know, but the thing that you're missing here, guys, is that because there was smoke and the vice president had to get out, and they didn't know if that smoke was at all poisonous or what weapons they had. Remember, there were pipe bombs found. They couldn't take him out to the smoke if it's going to be poisonous, and they didn't have another route because the rioters had already gone up. Those people were doing the very best they could. They were saying goodbye because they're ready to take the bullet.
But here's my point. If this is going down in real time, right? If someone comes in here with a gun, Al, right? And my first instinct is to take action and try to get that man or that person with that gun? Or am I going to waste crucial seconds calling my wife, hey, I want to tell you these things are crazy over here? That minute might mean lives.
I don't think they actually were calling. I think they were saying, please tell, or whatever it was. They weren't taking the time. The protocol was, we have to wait until there's a secure moment. There wasn't. Then there was smoke. So he's like, we go now or we don't go, or the president's in danger, vice president's in danger. I think they were asking for their families to be told because they were going to a shootout.
You're right. Listen, I don't even know why I took that. Back to the insurrection. I didn't mean to take it away from that. So yes, I don't know.
I think you're having a human moment and trying to understand, and I think that's the one thing, for as much as I think people were ready to, because I remember when the trial first started, everybody's like, this is boring, who cares, we've seen all this footage. I think now, I feel like I have a complete picture of what happened. I think you have a complete picture of kind of what happened. And I think for the first time ever in America, I feel like the cover has been pulled off of Trump, and people are seeing him as just a man that's perpetuated this lie that's cost people their lives, their careers, and I'm anxious to see how this ends. But Jeff, I think you hit it on the head. I think that it's all about just him not running again, just because of the chaos he causes.
And to be honest with you, I hope that's the case, because this way he can't run, which kind of feeds his own ego. I would have won if I could run again. This way he can't. And then just the chaos. I mean, we've talked about this story like a dozen times, right? And it's like just the chaos that he's causing in this country for him just to be like, hey, people, it's over. He's not running again. We need to get some new blood in there, and that means Biden as well.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Let me just be clear. The most American patriotic thing that I know is that we have a peaceful transfer of power. It's regulated, it's understood. We now know this president tried to stop that. To me, that is going against his oath of office, and he should be held accountable. Coming up on DBL, your Amazon deliveries could soon change forever. We'll show you Amazon's drone testing facility. And Dr. Coley's here. We're getting our medical take, and Dr. Jackson on President Biden's COVID treatment. Plus, how concerned should we be about the virus today? Stay with us.
Closed captioning provided by
DBL is all new every day. What's up, guys? So I also wanted to get to Josh Hawley, Senator Josh Hawley. I don't know if you know. He was a senator that went out during the riots while there were people breaking into the Capitol and did a full-on fist bump. Do you remember this? And it roused and rebelled the rioters, and it got them to be really proud, thinking people on the inside were on their side. It's validating that they were being told by the president to go do their duty. Last night, we saw footage no one's ever seen of Josh Hawley, the same man doing this, running his butt away from the rioters in a very embarrassing, compromising video. In the actual committee room, they burst into laughter. I'm not doing this to pick on Josh Hawley because that's a mean thing to do. What he did was, in my mind, illegal. He riled the crowd, and then we saw him escape like a treasonous coward. So now the meme has gone everywhere. It's all over. People doing Chariots of Fire, the Benny Hill theme song. But Hawley himself have just posted the winky emoji and a cuppa mug saying, "Show me strong." I'm going to show you what you actually did was running like a treasonous coward that you are. Thanks, Josh Hawley.
What are the signs of hyper?
That's Friday's last.
Welcome back. Hello, everyone. President Biden has been diagnosed with COVID-19. So to get the facts, we have turned to our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli. Thank you so much for being here.
Yay, Doc!
Yeah, Doc.
I'm done with the clap. I didn't clap because I didn't know we were clapping.
It was a weird clap.
They were clapping for you as well, Dr. Jackson.
Well, thank you.
Again, I have to say he doesn't have any kind of medical license. Given his age, 79, oldest president, right? Are you?
I thought you were talking about Al.
No, so sorry.
I thought for sure.
Given Al's age, given Biden's age, are you concerned? I know that they're a higher risk. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so the biggest risk for him to progress to severe illness is his age, but we have a lot of things working in our favor here. He's vaxxed and double boosted. That's the biggest one. He got Paxlovid early. That's that antiviral that substantially reduces your risk of progression to severe illness. And he's probably got the BA.5 variant. We don't know yet for sure, but I think that's a milder variant. So I'm not so concerned. Just this morning, the White House updated us and told us he's actually doing better after just 1 day of Paxlovid.
Good to know.
Okay, so here's a surprise question. President Biden has begun taking a round of Paxlovid. What is that, and what are the side effects?
So it's a medication. Now remember 2 years ago when President Trump got sick, he had to get remdesivir. He had to go to the hospital. He had to get it IV. Now we have something you can get from the pharmacy. It's a pill. It's heavy duty, so it's 6 tablets.
What do you mean heavy duty?
I mean, it's tough medication to take because there are a lot of side effects, and the biggest one is a alteration in taste. So you really have trouble with your taste. You can have nausea, you can have abdominal pain, fatigue. There's a lot of interactions with other medications. So the president, for example, has to stop or reduce the dose of 2 of his medicines, one which prevents his risk of stroke and another which treats his cholesterol while he's taking Paxlovid. So right now in the U.S., guys, only people who are high risk for progression to severe illness, such as older or chronic health problems, should get it. But I'll be honest, in my opinion, everybody should get it who has COVID because it reduces the risk regardless of what your underlying risk is. But here it's just a cost issue. Is this really cost effective to give it to the entire population?
How effective is it though, Doc? Because isn't Fauci on his 2nd round of Paxlovid?
I'm glad you asked that question because there is a phenomenon called Paxlovid rebound, which means that you take this medicine that prevents the virus from replicating for 5 days. But remember, the virus can live inside you for 14 days. So when you stop the medicine, the virus wakes up and starts replicating again, and you get Paxlovid rebound. So we're actually studying right now whether it ought to be a 10-day course to minimize the chance of that. Only under 10% of people will get a rebound phenomena, but certainly Dr. Fauci had it, and the symptoms the second time around can particularly be worse.
Well, I want to talk to you kind of about the psychology of the country, because I feel like everybody it kind of feels like the pandemic is over. I remember you saying at some point we're going to go from a pandemic to an endemic. What do you think about that? Are we counting our chickens before we eat?
What's an endemic? Explain it.
Like where it's just something you live with, right? It's just something
like the flu.
Like the flu.
Got
yes.
it.
You can call it pandemic, you can call it endemic. I don't care what label you give it today. There's a plane full of people dying of COVID every single day here in the United States. So the level of infection is very high. The level of risk is very high to each of us individually. And the level of reinfection is very high. So even after we get it once, we're still at risk for getting reinfected. So we got to do those mitigation measures. I know you don't want to hear the M word, but I'm going to say it. Masks work, so we got to wear those. We got to make sure we're vaxxed and boosted, and we got to make sure we're doing our best. Again, we can't completely give up our lives, but there's a high level of infection.
Talk about the booster. Should everyone be getting one? I texted you literally last night. Do I get a second
I went
booster?
to get one and they sent me away.
Yeah.
That's because you're Al.
I know, right? But they do that in every place I go. So, yeah, the hospital had nothing to do with it. But no, I drove to Colorado Springs to get a booster like a month ago, and they were like, no, the CDC said you're not old enough because I wasn't 45 yet. So like I didn't hit that thing, and they sent me away, and then I got it.
You got to.
No, I got COVID.
Yeah. So from a scientific standpoint, everyone could benefit from the booster. But for the younger, healthier people, the bang for your buck is not that much.
Okay.
In other words, it only protects you from symptomatic infection for 8 weeks.
Okay.
So why put your immune system through another booster? Now, what I do want you guys to get is the variant-specific boosters when they come out this fall.
This fall they're coming. Okay. Right. It sounds like a TV series. This fall. Oh, man. We are so thankful for you and scientists around the world that have created this that we get to talk about and know that we have a safety net now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. And if you have a question you'd like to have Dr. Coley answer, write to us on social media or email at info@dailyblastlive.com. We'll be right back. Thanks, Doc.
Since the 988 hotline went live last weekend, there have been claims circulating online like this one. If you call the 988 suicide hotline, they may send cops and paramedics to your house. So is that true? Let's verify. Our sources are Louise Quilton, the president of the Winston-Salem chapter of the National Alliance of Mental Illness, the FCC, and Vibrant Emotional Health. Wilton says when someone calls 988, they're connected to a trained mental health professional. That person will talk with the caller to determine their needs. She says they can also connect the caller to multiple trained counselors in the area.
And that is a team of trained mental health therapists who can either talk to you on the phone or come to where you are and engage with you. Listen to you and identify what the immediate crisis is.
According to Vibrant Emotional Health, the Lifeline does use geolocation to know the caller's area to connect them with mental health professionals. It also helps in cases where the caller is in serious harm and emergency services need to locate them. Calling 911 is the counselor's last resort, and only 2% of calls require 911 dispatch.
I don't think the person who answers the phone would send police unless they felt like you were in immediate danger of hurting yourself or someone else.
So we can verify, yes, if you call 988, police may be dispatched to your house, but it is under specific circumstances and is rare.
Welcome back. Are you ready to live in the future? Because check this out. NBC News got to go to Amazon's secret drone testing facility, where later this year they're getting ready to unveil an autonomous drone delivery service in 2 cities in America. Now, these drones can deliver packages less than an hour after you buy them, and they'll get dropped off in your yard.
Like that?
I don't know. It's very dangerous.
Base in there.
I know. The drones can deliver packages up to 5 pounds, and they do drop them, Al, 4 feet from the ground. So no like Ming vases or anything like that. So what do you think of this? Are you ready for your packages to get delivered by drone?
No.
No. What do we think, Jeff?
I'm already we're going to hop ahead 1 year, okay?
Okay.
Because they're already starting this in 2
So
cities.
we're used to it now.
And some lady named Wendy is going to get a package dropped on her head, and we're going to be doing a story that she's suing Amazon. And Wendy's going to get paid.
Yes, but I think it's just like, not to take it to a weird place, but like with the self-driving cars, there have been some accidents. But overall, they're improving their technology. And I think in 5-10 years, like your kids, my kids will probably definitely be in a self-driving Uber at some point. And I just think, yes, there are going to be some mistakes, but I think people want their stuff now. I kind of didn't see this coming because with the pandemic, everybody's, I can't wait to get out of the house, bro. Can't wait to get out of the house. Now I'm going to Target to walk around today. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't want my stuff dropped off like out of the weird back hatch. I don't like that. It looks weird.
But that sounds like remember Katie Couric sounded like in 1994 when she's like, does someone know what the internet is? Can someone tell us? We sound like that's going to be so normal. Medicines will be dropped. Homework will be dropped. It's good for the environment. It's good for traffic. It's good for gasoline. It's good for consumption.
What about your psyche?
Is it good to have medicine drop? Like, I just, maybe I'm being a skeptic, but I just see all the bad things happening. Like, you want drones all over the place all the time?
Would you rather have
dropping
traffic?
medicine when kids could get their hands on that?
True. But would you rather have like Amazon trucks and taking up space and like perhaps
no,
having
you're right.
accidents?
I mean, I think it is very green. It's a very green option. I love that. I'm just talking about the human being. I know we don't talk about that because that's like everything's got to be convenient. And right now, first of all, you don't need it now. You absolutely don't. But also, people used to meet their spouse by going to Target. People used to like do things and have interactions and then have interesting things to talk about when they meet up for drinks. But if we're just sitting in our house having toothpaste dropped off to us, who are you? What's the point of any of this?
Yeah.
Well, the new way to meet people is online anyway, so the whole thing is shifted. I mean, it's not like let's go get a milkshake anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Let's keep the trolls inside a little bit longer. You know what I mean? They're already like,
I think we're just showing our age.
Can we get that in slow-mo for the other?
Yeah, that's going to be a
I'm going to write DBL with my knuckles.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Oh, boy.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
running errands, pick up from day camp, sitting in traffic. Being busy comes with a lot of time sitting still. So, do you put the car in park and restart it when it's time to drive again, or is it better to sit idle? Let's verify. We turn to both environmental and automotive sources. A Department of Energy study found idling for more than 10 seconds uses more fuel and emits more CO2 than restarting your engine. The agency also says idling can use 1/4 to 1/2 gallon of fuel per hour, advising turning off your car during short stops.
Saves on fuel, it's better for the environment.
But Lara Garcia, automotive instructor at Northern Virginia Community College, also says unless it's an auto stop car that powers down on its own when you're at a stop, all the restarts can be tough on the engine and the battery in the long term.
You have, let's say, a minute or two that you're sitting in the parking lot waiting for your kid. Really, if that's going to be the only time you shut your vehicle off and restart it, that would be fine. But if you're continually stopping your engine, restarting it more than 6 times a day, then really you want to think about, well, I could maybe let the engine run a little bit longer.
The Argonne National Laboratory at UChicago found even with emissions savings, it's safer to leave your car running during these brief, frequent stops.
It's not ideal to shut your vehicle off at, let's say, a stoplight, or if you're sitting there in traffic and kind of doing the stop and go dance.
So idle or shut down. It depends on the situation and your vehicle, but sources agree for long pauses, put it in park and shut it down.
Obviously, if your car's not running, it's not producing any emissions, which is fantastic.
With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
So how do we save energy and money during these hot days? Should we turn the thermostat up or off when we go out? We found this post on Reddit, Austin. Logical007 wrote, "Unless I'm going to be gone for the whole day, it doesn't make sense to turn off the AC." The post has nearly 250 comments. So let's verify. Could everyone turn off their air conditioner during the day to lower their power bill? We showed this post to these experts.
It has to do with how efficient your air conditioner is. It has to do with how efficient and well sealed your house is, how well insulated it is. It is the way air conditioners work is they move heat from inside of your house to outside.
Depending on how hot it is outside, it might take a very long time for the system to recover. Central air conditioners are not designed or should not be designed in residential applications to quickly recover the temperature in the house.
And Don Brandt, a fellow with the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating, and Air Conditioning Engineers, added, "Remember, when you cut the AC off, not only does the air temp rise, but the entire contents of the house rise in temperature." So could everyone turn their air conditioner off during the day to lower their power bill? Logical007 is right. This would be false. So while it may lower the costs for some folks, other factors like humidity and condensation may make it harmful in the long run. Our experts say the best way for your air conditioner to save on energy during these hot days is to turn the thermostat up a few degrees. You can see more.
Before we go, Ben and Jen, or Balo, as it'll catch on, they're spending some time in the city of love for their honeymoon. Jen was spotted kissing Ben at a restaurant in Paris with Ben's 16-year-old daughter Violet next to him. His other daughter Serafina was also sitting at the table. So what do we think about, doesn't that look like Jennifer Garner, the other one, didn't it?
Yeah.
What do we think about kids on honeymoons?
Not the honeymoon, but I do like that kids see affection between their parents. I think that's a good thing. I think people need to learn that kind of behavior, but honeymoon should be just you guys, like reconnected and getting ready to start your life, right?
Yeah, and they got the means to
do it.
Have a babysitter and put their kids away for a week.
Where'd you go for your honeymoon?
I did not have one.
Oh, where'd you go?
Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we rented like an H3 and went off-roading and then it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I got Maui'd and went to Maui.
Oh, that's better
because that's why I thought it'd be funny to say it. Why? All right, the pun, Maui. We got Maui'd.
But
thank God we have 2 days off.
DBL's new every day. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place. Y'all stay safe out there. We're grateful you joined us. Bye, guys.